come and see friends. King David used to wake up at midnight, and if you might say that he sat or lay down on his bed while reciting these songs and praises, it is not so. Rather, it is as written, "At midnight I will rise to give thanks to you." Psalm 119:62. I will rise definitely means he stood upright as he was occupied with the songs and praises of Torah. King David lives on forever. Va'afilu biyomei Melech HaMashiach. Even during the days of King Messiah, he remains the king. For we have learned that if Messiah shall be from among the living, David will be his name. And if he shall be from among the resurrected souls of the deceased, David shall be his name. And he shall arouse the dawn before he arrives. It is written, "Awake, my glory, awake the harp and the lyre, I will awake the dawn." Psalm 57:9. Rabbi Abba commenced, "O turn to me and have mercy upon me. Give your strength to your servant." Psalm 86:16. O turn to me and have mercy upon me. He questions, did the Holy One, blessed be he, have any other person in the world as beautiful as David, so that he needed to say, "O turn to me and have mercy upon me"? And he answers, such we learned that the Holy One, blessed be he, has another David, appointed over numerous supernal troops and camps. When the Holy One, blessed be he, wishes to show mercy upon the earth, he looks to this David and shines his radiance upon him. He, in turn, illuminates the worlds and extends mercy to the world. The beauty of this David illuminates all worlds. His head, a head of gold, is embroidered with 7 ornaments of 7 types of gold, as we have already established. The affection of the Holy One, blessed be he, is directed at him. In his great love for him, he asked the Holy One, blessed be he, to turn his eyes in his direction and look at him, meaning he said, "O turn to me and have mercy upon me." This is because they are in all aspects the most beautiful, as it says, "Turn away your eyes from me," Shir HaShirim 6:5. The verse means that at the time when David's eyes look at the Holy One, blessed be he, then arrows of love from catapults with supernal love are stirred in his heart. And with the great flame of supernal love for him, he said, "Turn away your eyes from me," meaning turn your eyes from me, since they burn me with the flame of love. Therefore it is written about him, David, now he was ruddy with fine eyes and good-looking, 1 Shmuel 16:12. Because this David, the supernal one, is handsome, and the love and yearning of the Holy One, blessed be he, is to cling to him, David said, "O turn to me and have mercy upon me." Rabbi Elazar opened the discussion and said, "I am small and despised, yet have not forgotten your precepts." Psalm 119:41. I am small and despised. King David used to praise himself at times, as it is written, "And whose mercy to his anointed, to David and to his seed forevermore." Psalm 18:51. And the saying of David, the son of Yishai, and the saying of the man raised on high, the anointed of Elohim of Jacob, 2 Shmuel 23:1. And sometimes he would abase himself, saying, "For I am poor and needy." Psalm 86:1. And I am small and despised. He said, "The stone which the builders rejected is become the chief cornerstone." Psalm 180:22. He replies, when he was rising in the grade of peace, elevated by true justice and overpowering his enemies, he used to praise himself. And when he found himself in trouble, beset by enemies, he humiliated himself and called himself poor, the least of all. The sense in it is that sometimes he governed and sometimes he was harassed by his enemies. For all that, he always ruled over them, and they did not prevail over him. King David always debased himself before the Holy One, blessed be he. For whoever does so, the Holy One, blessed be, elevates him above everything. And this is why he favored him, David, in this world and in the world to come. In this world, as it is written, for I will defend this city to save it for my own sake and for my servant David's sake. Isaiah 37:35. And in the world to come, as it is written, and seek Hashem their Elohim and David their king, and shall come trembling to Hashem and to his goodness in the end of days. Hosea 3:5. David is a king in this world, and David will be king in the world to come. Therefore he said, the stone which the builders rejected is become the chief cornerstone. And furthermore we have heard, what was the reason that the Holy One, blessed be he, gave the kingdom to Judah and not to any of the other brothers? And he replies, because the letters of his holy name are engraved in him, because Yud Kei Vav Kei appear in the name of Judah. So the Holy One, blessed be he, glorified his name. And this is why he inherited the kingdom. And I have also heard that the name Judah definitely contains the letters of his holy name, but there is no letter Dalet in Yud Kei Vav Kei. And he asks why. And he replies, this letter Dalet of Judah represents King David, who is attached to his name more than all other people of the world. As it is written, and seek Hashem their Elohim and David their king, Hosea 3:5. So King David is actually attached to his holy name. Furthermore, he is the knot of the Tehilim, so certainly the letter Dalet in Judah is King David, and because of this David is attached to his holy name. Come and see. Kalman dechami lei liYaakov. Whoever sees Jacob, kaman deastachel beaspakalaria danhara. It is as if he is looking into a clear and shining mirror. V'ha'atmal, and it has already been said, Deshofriya di Yaakov, that the beauty of Jacob, kashofriya de Adam Kadmon, is like the beauty of Adam Kadmon. Amar Rabbi Yisa. Rabbi Yesa said, Ana Shema'ana, I have heard, Dekalman de astachel b'chalmiya, that whoever looks at him in a dream, v'chama le liYaakov, and sees Jacob, mekaster b'kosfoi, his days are strengthened in their fullness, chayin atosfan le, and life is added to him. Rabbi Shimon said, we have already learned that before King David entered the world, he had no life at all, bar Adam Kadmon, except for the 70 years given him by Adam Kadmon. So King David lived 70 years, and Adam lived 1,000 years less 70 years. Asht chakhu beneni elef shanin kadmai. Thus, in the first 1,000 years of creation, there was Adam Arashon, Vedud Melka, Adam Harishon, and King David. He began the discussion with the verse, he asked life of you, and you did give it him, length of days forever and ever. Tehilim 21:5. He asked life of you refers to King David. For when the Holy One, blessed be he, created the Garden of Eden and put the soul of King David in it, Vuastachel beya, and he looked at it, Wachami dalit lea chiyim medilea klum, and saw that it had no life of its own at all. V'kima kamya kol yoma, and it stood before him every day. Kayon devara Adam Harashon. When he created Adam Harishon, Amar ha v'dai kiumia, he said, this is certainly David's sustenance. Vuma Adam Kadmon, and from Adam Kadmon, avor shevein shanin, 70 years were taken. Dat takim dwud melaka ba'alma, with which King David was sustained in this world, for he received 70 years from Adam Kadmon. Enough has been revealed for the wise to see.